Another big customer pick that we're moving into with 4.7 stars, we have our complete Tocotrienols. Available, I'm going to quickly give you the different options and the savings on each one of these. The 30 capsules at $7, the 60 capsules at $13, $120 at only $64.90. You're saving $25 today. 240 capsules from $169.90 to $119.90. So you're looking at saving $50 today for any one of your different purchases. And as you do know, we move with our variety shows, moving from one item to the next. Here we want to give you, we just spoke about vitamin D3, with your complete Tocotrienols. You have 8 naturally occurring forms of vitamin E. I am someone also was suggested to me numerous times, it was to make sure that you're taking your vitamin E. I know I want to take the best. And we said that in the very beginning, that when you shop here with Andrew and all of Andrew's supplements, you are getting hands down what we believe to be the world's finest supplements, and that you have the opportunities, we said, to read the labels, the education of knowing what's in the product, what's not in the product, as we always say, that everything 100% natural and additive free, without any binders, without any fillers. And another thing, if you're someone who's shied away from taking supplements because they always upset your stomach, I never took a vitamin before Andrew. 100% gentle, even on the most sensitive stomachs. And when you see, you have to take a look here also. Look at the capsule. Isn't that amazing? We talk about the difference in how each, first of all, it's easy to swallow without a doubt.
What I want everyone to notice, a typical vitamin E capsule is going to be an almost clear liquid. And typical vitamin E is a synthetic oil that's delivering synthetic alpha tocopherol. I would never, ever, ever, ever take synthetic alpha tocopherol. I'd rather consume an artificial sweetener, I hate to say it. In fact, when it comes to natural vitamin E, then they just deliver natural alpha tocopherol. There are four total tocopherols. The 4 total tocopherols are all very different. They're alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. The most important of the 4 natural tocopherols is not alpha, it's gamma. Unfortunately, alpha, if you take too much of it, which is what almost all Americans who are supplementing vitamin E do, they're crowding out what little gamma they get from their diet. If you're supplementing just tocopherols, you want to focus on gamma tocopherol. You want to really have that be almost your exclusive focus. If you want to take vitamin E the perfect way, and I make a product that's just a tocopherol product that focuses on gamma tocopherol, because that is Mother Nature's preference. It's not industry preference, it's Mother Nature's preference. Again, it's not the industry and supplement manufacturers' industrial preference, but it's Mother Nature, it's science, it's the most protective. It's what plants prefer to protect them. That's gamma tocopherol. If you want to look at how nature really works, then you're looking at what are called the tocotrienols as well. There are tocopherols, there are tocotrienols. The reason you don't hear about tocotrienols is they weren't discovered until decades later. The most obvious vitamin E form was the tocopherols, but tocotrienols also are active as vitamin E in our body. They just weren't discovered until later. They have a slight difference in structure, and the difference in structure are just what are called these chemical double bonds. Otherwise, the head of the molecule, and vitamin E has a long carbon chain, but the head of the molecule, that's what makes it alpha, beta, delta, and gamma, are the subtle differences in the head of the molecule. And then the difference between a tocopherol, you see this line has no double lines along it, whereas this line has 3 double lines. The double line is the triene. In organic chemistry, a double bond, it's going to be like we learned about in organic chemistry, alkanes and alkenes. The ENE implies a double bond, and because there's 3 of them, it's triene. So it's tocotrienol and tocopherol. And so when you're looking at vitamin E, you can't just look at alpha tocopherol. Alpha tocopherol, I would rather not supplement vitamin E at all if it was just taking synthetic or natural alpha tocopherol. If you're not delivering gamma tocopherol in abundance, if you're not delivering gamma tocotrienol in abundance, all of them, then you really ought not do it. Focus your supplement investment elsewhere. I'd sooner consume more vitamin C or vitamin D. If you're working within a budget, and we all do, that's what we need to do. But if you want to take And if you look at this product here, if you want to take the most comprehensive forms of vitamin E, this is how you do it. This is how it's done in nature. This is how you get the benefits. And what's exciting about the research, I've been talking about this for more than a decade, what is now happening in the research, originally the research was all industrial driven, and they were just looking at alpha tocopherol down here, and mostly synthetic. And that was the early research on vitamin E. Now the vitamin E research is looking at the tocotrienols, is looking at gamma tocopherol. So the research has changed. And as you see with one capsule here, I take 2 capsules daily. One capsule still is very high potency. You're getting high levels of the tocotrienols, and these are very high levels of tocotrienols. You're also getting high levels of your tocopherols as well. So the message here, millions or tens of millions of Americans supplement vitamin E. If you look at all the leading multivitamins, it's synthetic alpha tocopherol, sadly.
Yeah.
And even the better versions are going to be natural alpha tocopherol. Again, not the form that Mother Nature recommends and really prefers. If you want to supplement separate vitamin E, the only way to do it is by focusing on gamma tocopherol and gamma tocotrienol. If the first level is just focusing on the tocopherol, say, and getting that gamma tocopherol, the second level is what this product provides. And this is the highest level of vitamin E supplementation. And it's the way it's done if you're saying, okay, I want to get vitamin E. Let's ignore what's been done for half a century because that's been driven by an industry that's just looking to make a synthetic, chemical product. But if we look at nature, if we look at the most beneficial foods that deliver the most beneficial forms of vitamin E and the most protective forms of vitamin E, you're going to be delivering tocopherol.